So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So straight into the action. Inacio finds himself in the starting lineup. Jim, what would you say are his most notable qualities?
Well, Peter, pressing's all very well, as we know, but sometimes you need someone to get in there and win the ball for you, and that's what this guy excels at. He's been brought in for his tackling prowess and his defensive nous in general, and I would think he'll be making life pretty hard for opposition strikers.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. And he's only too happy to take that back. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Knocks it into space. That looks a cracking ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's a cute ball. Oh, given offside once more. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Well, that looks a decent ball, and that could set him on his way. Bayer gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. McAllister cuts out the pass. Now it's Figo. And a header! That's a fair try, but just off target. Well, that pass isn't the best. That's really well cleared. Now it's Ramos. Still goalless at the moment.
Portugal have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Fernandez. Ambitious ball here. That ball looks a good one. Martinez! Argentina! And it's Argentina in front. Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Tries one from range. It's off target and by quite a way.
Portugal certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Thinks one through. Romero kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Portugal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
It's played through for him. Molina. He's a sharp little ball here. Vitinha. Antonio Silva calmly anticipates. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Ramos. Gonzalo Ramos, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now that's well seen too. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Gonzalo Ramos. Oh, he's having a go! It's hit the crossbar, and he shoots! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world. And that's been won straight back. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Martinez. Vitinha. Can he latch on to this? Molina.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Gonzalo Inacio. He's having a shot! And yes, it's there! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Antonio Silva spots it and intercepts. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And it's hoisted clear. De Paul. That has not gone well. Ruben Neves engages and forces him off the ball. Nicely weighted ball. Tries to pass it through. Ruben Dias gets over and intercepts. Now, can they get him away? Well read, and the danger is averted. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
Elementos da equipa de segurança de cada bancada, por favor, dirijam-se à sala do pessoal. Substituição para Portugal. Número 9. Número 8.
Down to business again.
I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better.
And the shot! And he's found the net! Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Well, that looks a cracking ball. Portugal different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
And he's there to get it away. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Ruben Dias makes the interception. Rui Costa. Nice looking ball. That's beautifully weighted. And Batistuta! And that's a tidy finish. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And yes, it's him again. So the lead now is 2.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Oh, what has happened here? Oh, super find. Martinez gets it away. Not the most accurate pass. Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Looking to play him in. Chance for a shot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Cristiano Ronaldo has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
And it's Neves. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Now it's Neves. And he's had it nicked away. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Shoots! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
What a pass. One that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
Argentina with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Ruben Dias tries to clear. Portugal are looking to go forward now. Now it's Rafael Leao.
Such good technique.
Cristiano Ronaldo! That's another chance! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Portugal still have the cards to affect this game. Rafael Leao. That's an imaginative pass. And he cuts out the supply. It's a pretty loose pass. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, easy pickings there. Ruben Neves promptly onto that, and that is that. Looking for options for movement. Vitinha, that is good alertness. And he's quick to return it, and he was quick to react. Pass somewhat off target. Tries to play it through. No, it's come to nothing. Deftly away. And smartly reclaimed. Always onto this. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And here's Figo. Stood up well to him there. Figo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Out of play for a throw.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Rafael Leao plays it in. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Great vision. And beyond the defence, Ruben Neves cuts it out. Now it's Neves. Time added on 4 minutes. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Fernandes, who does have an assist to his name. Can he spark a counter here? Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's found support out wide. There's the shot! Short changes him with that pass. Vigo. So that's it. It is all over. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit. And those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, Things are bubbling up quite nicely here. A healthy whiff of expectation laced with the odd infusion of nerves. Everyone knows what's at stake here. The chance to play on a grander stage. It is time now to focus. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Luis Silva has been included in the starting lineup. Does he have a key role to play here, Jim?
Well, he has great reactions, obviously, but I think it's his reading of the game that really gives him an edge. He may be the last line of defence, but the way he communicates and organises the players in front of him means that opposition attacks often break down before he even has to make a save.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Now it's Rooney, and he's lost his man here. Just eases him off the ball. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander gets his head on it! Goal, England! It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Foden, great vision. Saka, and he's managed to get free. Crosses it in, impressive jump, and he's stuck it away. They are purring, truly purring. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a class.
Goes for goal! That tested the keeper.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
Now it's Saka.
That was lovely, that.
He's shifting through the gears here. Saka. And the shot! In he goes again. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
And that is a little undercooked. Cristiano Ronaldo is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now this could be a chance. It's Figo! Oh, denied brilliantly.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Portugal with the corner. They're first. Keeper has taken decisive action. Vitinha! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. Now it's Ramos. And now they can spring out of defence. That looks a decent ball. Vitinha does really well to win the ball there. Looking for options for movement. Driving through the middle. And he has been fouled there.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
He's shaping up to Cristiano Ronaldo! Ronaldo! Superb! A finish right from the top draw. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
After 28 minutes is
Portugal cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
That's a nicely shaped ball. And he's intervened well there. And it's Rice. And they're back on the ball again. He is through here! Ruben Dias did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. João Neves. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Gerrard. Saka.
Such good technique.
Saka. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Strong running down that left flank. Alexander-Arnold makes the interception. Oh, this looks sharp. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's had a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Ramos. Shapes to shoot! We've got a goal! It had to come! It just had to come! He had to have his say! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
He's gone for goal. Oh, he's been caught napping. Muscular approach does pay off here. And that brings the first half to a close. Portugal are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far.
I'd like to draw your attention.
So we reached the halfway point.
Well, Peter, I can certainly tell you I wasn't expecting this. What a half, what a game of football so far. I was honestly expecting the floodgates to open, but how quickly things can change.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. It's 2-2.
Substitution in progress.
The second half then, just getting going. Now it's Foden. He's found a way through. Crosses it in. Bruno Fernandes getting this one clear. That'll be a throw-in. It's a pretty loose pass. He's on it, can he get away? Stones. Portugal different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their...
Tries one from range! England are managing to come away unscathed, admittedly with a fairly thick slice of luck.
It's just a perfect example of why they can't afford to lose the ball.
Now it's Rooney. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. João Neves. Saka. And that's been won straight back. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Gehi. Foden, given the lift of his goal. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And it's Neves. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Foden. Alexander-Arnold, who's set up one goal so far. He's got away. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And he's been shifted off it. Portugal are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And he is going into that little black book. And looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
Substitution for England. Number 11, Phil Foden. Coming on to replace him is number 24.
The pass has gone astray. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Palmer. Rice. Showing great feet there. Alexander-Arnold has it in a wide position, and he whips it in. Rui Silva claims it without any fuss. Gehi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Antonio Silva. And it's Vitinha. And there's green grass ahead of him. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Bruno Fernandes. Rice. Just about up to 75 minutes. Rice. Looking to play him in. Gehi. Rice. Rooney conjures time and space where few can. Nicely weighted ball. Pass somewhat off target. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold gets over and intercepts. Stones. Well, that is one way to stop him. Rui Costa with the foul. And he has taken a dim view of this, a second yellow, and that means red.
Substitution
Players
taking
protesting
place.
furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. Portugal are down to 10 men. Portugal have opted to make another change here.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Portugal will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Oh, nicely intercepted. João Neves wins the duel this time. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And this is Kane.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Rui Silva clears.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
He's found space here. He's had a shot! He lifts the roof! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal.